Russia fires 69 missiles. Ukrainian military claims to shoot down 54 missiles. Cities across Ukraine have been targeted by a wave of Russian missile attacks, in one of the biggest bombings since the war began. Mayor Vitaly Klitschko said at least 3 people, including a 14-year-old girl, were taken to hospital after the explosion hit the capital Kyiv. Explosions were also heard in the cities of Kharkiv, Odessa, Lviv and Zhytomyr. The Ukrainian military said 69 missiles were launched, with air defenses intercepting 54 of them. The attack on Thursday, the 29th of December 2022, came just hours after the Kremlin rejected Ukraine's suggestion that peace talks could start in 2023. Earlier, presidential advisor Mikhailo Podolyak said more than 120 missiles had been launched at civilian infrastructure. In a village in the western region of Ivano-Frankivsk, a senior advisor to President Volodymyr Zelensky said a missile had hit a resident's house but did not explode. The BBC was unable to independently verify the report. Podolyak said the attack was malicious and accused Moscow of trying to destroy critical infrastructure and kill civilians en masse. The air raid lasted for nearly 5 hours. The regional leader of the southern province of Odessa, Maxim Marchenko, spoke about the massive missile attack on Ukraine. The Ukrainian Air Force says Russia is attacking the country from multiple directions with air and sea-based cruise missiles. The Air Force also added that a number of kamikaze drones had also been used. Brigadier General Oleksiy Hromov said in an operational update that attacks had targeted energy infrastructure across the country. According to the city's military administration, 2 houses in Kyiv were damaged by debris from intercepted missiles. Klitschko said 16 missiles were destroyed over the city by air defenses. In the southern Mykolaiv region, Governor Vitaly Kim wrote that 5 missiles were intercepted by air defenses. Mayor Andriy Sadovy said several explosions were reported in the western city of Lviv. In the Odessa region, Marchenko said 21 missiles were shot down by the Ukrainian military. He added that shrapnel had hit a residential building but no casualties had been reported. As is known, dozens of Russian attacks have hit Ukraine in recent weeks, causing repeated power outages across the country. Ukraine's energy minister Herman Halushenko said the latest attacks had damaged power generation facilities and said the situation was difficult in the Odessa and Kyiv regions. The mayor of Lviv said on Thursday, the 29th of December 2022, that 90% of his city was without electricity. As for Klitschko said that 40% of Kyiv was left without electricity. Power outages were also reported in the Odessa and Dnipropetrovsk regions. Alexander Vilkel, head of the military administration in the central city of Kryvyi Rih, said the missiles fired at his city were launched by Russian ships and planes from the Black Sea. The electricity in the city has been turned off as a precaution. Ukraine's Southern Command has issued a warning that Russian forces are preparing to launch up to 20 missiles from positions in the Black Sea. Moscow has repeatedly denied targeting civilians in its missile attacks. However, President Vladimir Putin recently admitted that Russian troops had hit a critical Ukrainian energy facility. The acknowledgement followed accusations by several international leaders, including French President Emmanuel Macron, that targeting energy facilities could constitute a war crime. In one strike earlier this month, Ukraine said it shot down 60 of the more than 70 missiles fired by Russian troops. The government in Kyiv has pleaded with Western leaders to provide it with additional air defenses. President of the United States, U.S., Joe Biden recently agreed to supply his Patriot system,